Welcome, everyone, to the Existential podcast. I'm your host, Jonas. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Hunter and Jeremiah. Today, we're going to talk about perpetual motion. How you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good today.
Doing great.
Yeah, I had to take my medicine yesterday, so I'm fucking all over the place. But perpetual motion is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to have to explain a little bit about what it is first before we actually get into it. It's the idea that a machine or a system can operate indefinitely using its own power source, as in it doesn't have any external things powering it. So we're going to start with a scenario first. You see an ad for a new phone coming out, claiming to have an infinite battery life. But how, you wonder? The company claims they have found the secret to an indefinite power source, and they've put a patent on it for your safety. What are you thinking about the phone, and what does the company mean by "for your safety"? In quotation marks.
That's what I think. Yeah, sounds like a scam.
Right, especially, and then if it's not a scam, then it's definitely they're trying to make it a monopoly. They put a patent on it immediately
For your
Yeah,
safety.
for your safety.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
They're
what
trying
that
to make it seem like it's not for profit.
Yeah.
By rewording it to "for your safety." Yeah,
Well, that's just dirty. That's
dirty
kind of
business.
That's kind of deceitful.
Dirty business.
At the beginning, so it's kind of shady to begin with. You know.
Just Apple Unlimited.
You can get the unlimited Pro.
Unlimited
Max.
Pro, 256 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, I wanted to word it to where, because I have a feeling that if this was to ever exist, it can't. But if it was, I feel like that's what a company would do if they figured out how to do it. They would immediately put a patent on it, so that way they're the only ones that can create that sort of power, and they can just gain a shit ton of revenue from it. But they don't want to, you can't come out in public and be like, "Oh, I'm only doing this so I can make a shit ton of money."
I mean, you could.
Yeah, but nobody'd buy your shit.
But would people buy your shit? Yeah, I mean, if they want the unlimited phone, but
True.
Like governments would buy it. You know, governments would. Oh yeah, we want this, or we want to invest in this technology, or whatever. Like let's build cars, or let's try to build a gun off it. Let's try to build a phone off
bro,
it.
they would put it in bomb
Elon
and
Musk
just
would.
fly the bomb.
Elon Musk would invest.
Oh shit. Why do you think a phone would be the first public announcement / knowledge of such technology?
Everybody, quote unquote, needs a phone. At least younger.
Why would a phone be the?
Yeah, why would a phone be the first thing that the public hears about on infinite battery life or a perpetual motion machine?
Right.
I don't think it would be that, but if it was, it would be from like a business business aspect where everyone has a phone and everyone needs a phone, and everyone knows that one of the biggest issues with the phone is the battery life. Um, but I also think that a phone is something small, compacted, and that it's pretty easy to build, manipulate, and that type of stuff. So if the phone was the first thing, that would be the reason.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I was thinking the reason it'd be the first thing is because everyone is on their phone all the time. Jeff had me look at his phone because his battery kept dying real fast. It was actually because he's been on YouTube like a whole bunch. He leaves the YouTube open and doesn't realize, and it just eats the shit out of his battery life.
He should
Goober.
He should put it on whatchamacallit. I don't know if he has a Samsung, but
No, he's got iPhone,
I'm sure they have it. They have to have like a reduced like battery.
but it's
setting
not the same as ours,
it's
as
not the
Samsung.
same.
I have my phone days on that. Like I never turn it off.
Yeah, I
It's
have
like my car.
the power
just have
saver?
the eco button
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
It's not.
I have I think reduced processing power unless I'm in games because I don't need the processing power unless I'm in games.
4K.
I've got Call of Duty on there.
Oh yeah.
Flappy Bird for 4K.
What do you think the first thing would have been that public would learn about for infinite power source?
probably some type of computer or some shit like that, like an AI.
Yeah, it definitely would be AI, right? If it came out right
like
now,
right,
it'd
maybe
be
yeah,
it.
maybe
It'd
like
be-
an AI thing, or maybe just a small little robot first.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Or if fucking Microsoft got their hands on it, they'd just use it for their little new fucking chip they made.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That shits on everything.
yeah. So it would be something like that. I would
Yeah.
think.
I feel like it probably would be that. I think people would try to use it for the field, people that need parts.
Yeah.
If you could
yeah,
just use that to perpetually
Yeah, like
power a
Iron
machine
Man.
that squeezes the heart.
Yeah. Pulling out Iron Man out in this bitch. Putting whatever that thing's called in your heart.
Didn't Elon Musk like have that Neuralink shit that was going on?
Yeah,
He still does.
still does.
So
Yeah.
there's the guy that's had it for I think a year now. Just did an interview.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he said.
I don't know if he's walking.
I was kind of
I
like
don't
keeping
either.
up to it in the beginning, and then I just kind of like I don't know, just kind of stopped popping up for me. So I don't know what happened to it.
Shit like that takes forever.
Yeah.
Takes forever, so it'll be a while.
You gotta
before-
rewire a bunch of stuff in your head.
Yeah, I heard that it had like started the wire. His brain started to push the wires.
Yeah, it started to
just started
reject it. It's a certain thing, and
So
it's
they
real
had to-
common with people.
They had to figure out a way to.
Yeah, probably stitches or some shit, staples.
Right.
Non-dissolvable.
Non-dissolve. Imagine they just used it like a fucking cat dick where it has the prong, so it stays.
Oh
there, you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah, it's barbed. Oh
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Or-
And
Just
is it-
rips your brain. Oh
Ugh.
fuck.
Then you're just
And the question is it like, is it rejecting the thing, or is it just like healing itself from like the
It's
injection?
probably both.
Probably
Because if you like when they do transplants on people,
Yeah.
they have to make sure whatever they're transplanting came from somebody with the same like blood type, or else the body will reject that
Yeah, 'cause
that
it knows it's
limb
not
or
right.
or body part.
or
Like if you need a
Yeah,
liver
but that-
transplant.
But that's to me, that's different than like when people have like screws in their leg, like they break a leg or break a bone in their leg, or they have to get screws replaced. Like,
Yeah.
their blood isn't necessarily like rejecting the screws,
like if you get a
but like it
splinter,
will.
like if you get a splinter, it's like the same concept. Your skin will naturally push it out.
Yeah.
Kind of how.
But is that like for like a defense mechanism, or is it just because it's healing itself and in that process it's pushing with like the new skin coming out, it's pushing it out, you know?
Probably a little bit of both. you'd
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. I think it's both. Would you buy a phone with infinite battery life, assuming it has all the features you'd want in a phone, and why?
I mean, if it was like if
Like if
fucking
you
Android
if
was
you
like, hey, we have an
knew,
infinite
yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah, like is there a way to turn it off at least? You know, like
yeah, like, you could still like turn it off if you needed to.
I'd want to know the dang.
yeah.
That's the one thing.
The
like,
disadvantages,
yeah, like it's like buying the first generation of a car. You never want to do that because
Or if they're like you
yeah, but
buy
how do
it-
you buy second generation infinite power? There's no infinite power.
you could definitely. I mean, you can.
shit
It's
could
not like
get-
a stack. Like let's say it's not a.
I guess it
second
could become
generation,
more efficient.
but it can become more efficient, or it can give time for errors to pop up that didn't happen in
Yeah,
the
like
testing.
yeah, there's still gonna be errors, you know,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
might have infinite power, but shit, the infinite power might fuck up your phone and actually like destroy it or some shit, you know, like
Like
Do you-
Jeremiah, when you were with your game, you ever like find something that you like noticed before, kind of pops up?
oh yeah, all the time. All the fucking time.
I think that's how it goes. You gotta wait
Trial and
So
error,
you would
kinda
wait
simulation and
until-
shit.
unless you're okay with being a guinea
Test
pig.
dummy.
I'm
Yeah,
always okay.
If
with
you want to
being
be a guinea pig, go ahead.
I would 100% do that shit just to see. I could power so much stuff.
What if it
power
just
my
blows up
nuts,
your phone though? Or what if it gets so hot that like it burns?
I was thinking
that's
that,
what I was
you know,
thinking about.
like-
Mainly because of the way thermodynamics works, which we're literally about to get into that. But it would get so fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
So hot.
You have to have a liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Or what happened?
Fucking liquid nitrogen like phone case.
Yeah.
The liquid nitrogen
The backing plate.
instantly touches the fucking actual like thing producing the heat, then it explodes like a fucking nuke.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Blows your fucking femur in half.
So why is this technology presumably not possible?
Thermodynamics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
The,
fucking know.
The
our,
answer is thermodynamic.
our laws of nature.
Yeah. the laws of thermodynamics. I'm going to say the first two laws because the third one doesn't really matter. It's about absolute zero. It's not even related to this. The first one is energy can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be like transferred, yeah, or transitioned. The second one is about entropy, and it's everything has entropy, and entropy increases over time, aka like 100% efficiency is impossible.
Yeah.
And entropy is like the disorderedness of a system, quote unquote. System being like molecules.
Right.
And when things become unstable or unstable, I meant, they become less efficient, and then over time they either blow up or go out. Most things turn into heat waste. Watches are considered to be close to a perpetual motion machine because they never seem to run out of battery. Why do you think that is?
With the watch that automatic watch, but it uses the battery or the motion you create is what creates the perpetual motion, but it's not like it's never ending. Eventually it unwinds,
Yeah.
stops ticking, so you find
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I had a thing that says automatic watches have a winding mechanism that stores energy just by you moving your arm and wrist, but because you can't feel it uh, charging itself or storing the energy, it just appears like it's got a bunch of energy. But yeah, if you were to leave it on a table for a long time, eventually it will go out.
if I wear my watch today, if I take it off, like eventually after usually about 13, if I only wore it for a day.
Yeah. There's manual ones. They use the little crown, the thing that you pull up to set the time. You'll wind that up. You put it into some position and wind it, and then it will turn the clock spring back on.
Now, how does it transfer the energy from your motion? How does that work?
It has a little counterbalance weight.
Yeah, it looks like if you look in the back of mine, you can see there's the counterbalance will swing like this. Like it's like the Ferris wheel at Disneyland, how
Yeah,
those little ones
the
that
little
move like
pirate
that.
ship. Yeah, the little
Yeah,
pirate ship
yeah, that shit.
fucking roller coaster. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that.
But how does that
It's
translate to?
it's spring.
Yeah, like a spring tension.
So it kind
and
of
the
just like
spring,
kind of cranks,
yeah,
cranks,
and
cranks.
yeah,
Kinda,
and the
okay.
spring tension will transfer to the
The gear,
The
rotating
gear.
the
gear.
yeah, whatever that shit's called. I can't think of right now.
I didn't know that. I always wondered like how if it didn't have batteries, like the old school like gear gear clocks, how they ran, like how they you know
Yeah, they're so low power. They're so efficient, especially with the quartz and the rubies, the jewels.
You can see them on mine.
They're so efficient.
you have rubies on it.
Yeah, they're real tiny.
Yeah,
Real
they're
tiny.
They're not
so
worth
so
anything?
small.
No, you could, I
Fucked
mean, you
up.
could sell them to a fucking Ethiopian king for a couple cents. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not worth nothing. Do you think it's possible to bring that type of technology to other things? And if so, why hasn't it been done? The technology of watches, like using something else to wind them up, or presumably, quote unquote.
Like you said, they take such little power to operate that
Yeah, it just doesn't scale.
it
Yeah.
doesn't scale. Like you can't power a fucking PC fan.
Yeah, they did a test with I forgot who it was, but it was a cyclist, like an Olympian or Olympic cyclist, and he was to power a toaster, I think, and it was like 750 watts, and he could only sustain it for like probably 10 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
It was so hard to keep.
The next thing I could think about is like the little toy cars that you crank.
Yeah.
Crank the fucking little gear right
Yeah,
there.
or
and
you
let
pull
it
them
go.
backwards.
pull
and
Yeah,
them
or
let
you
go.
pull them backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyblade. That's another thing where you put it on the thing and then
Yank
pull a little
back
zip
gear.
thing back.
Yeah, it's just too much like cars that have KERS, kinetic energy reserve systems.
Mhm.
They use like you stopping to build energy, but even then it's such a small amount of power, it's just a little bit that it would take, it's just too
Well, isn't that
requires too much power.
Isn't that one of Newton's laws? I can't remember which number it was, but it was like an object at rest stays at rest unless like influenced by an outside object. Or
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
An
butchering
object.
it, but something like
Yeah, an
that.
object in motion stays in motion. Yeah.
Isn't that the same? Like
The concept is
the same, like same exact thing where like to have infinite energy that kind of like breaks that law because I mean like you have kinetic and potential energy, but like you need I guess like a trigger or something like that to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I guess our hand winding the thing is like our I don't know if you want to say like our energy transferring, but it kind of is.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not like directly, if that makes sense. It's more
In-
yeah, it's more like indirect energy. Like if we didn't have energy to move our hand to crank the thing, then
It
it
wouldn't.
wouldn't be cranked, you know.
Right. You're if you had to pick oh yeah, if you had the choice to pick one system, systems in quotation, so it could be anything, to use perpetual motion, what would it be and why? I can start if you want me to, so that way you guys can have an idea of what I mean.
All right.
Yeah, you go ahead and start.
Nah, so for me, it would be like fuel for cars.
Mhm.
Obviously, I would be like out of a job because I'm a fuel hauler, but I could go back to hauling cars. But for fuel, if you had an infinite power source on cars, one, they could just go forever and ever, and two, I could make a whole lot more horsepower with my car.
Fucking Porsche 911, brother.
Speaking of car,
I was thinking a car, or like if I was thinking something legitimately like practical for like my life now, maybe like an e-bike so I can go to work. Gotta drive.
I don't know. Mine might be a cop out answer, but like I would try to figure out a way to like use that energy for other shit. So like how like we have like nuclear power plants, try to maybe do something like that.
Well, you'd
Well,
help other people.
it would be power. It would be
Yeah.
like
That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
mean like help like
I was thinking about myself.
society or something. I don't know, like get something to where like it could be like reused or like I don't know. That might be a cop out answer. It might not even be like
No, that's
yeah,
that's
it's
a
probably
good
not even in
answer.
that like fucking question, but
Man, we would use it for personal gain.
that's kind of like that was
well,
like my
other people
first
could use
thought.
it.
I mean, that is a system though, like a power plant or something like that. Like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
for sure.
system.
For you, it would be the grid. You would just power the grid
Yeah.
indefinitely.
Yeah, power of the grid.
And
definitely.
hilariously, we would have to get rid. We not have to, but we could get rid of nuclear power plants,
Mhm.
windmills, solar farms, all that because we'd have infinite power.
We'd be paying you, brother.
What would be like a type 4 civilization? Actually, I don't know if that's that
No,
counts, to be
no,
honest.
that's like we're traveling interstellar. I
Yeah, I
think.
don't think that
I think that would get us to technically like type 1, technically.
yeah,
But it's not. We're not using the power of our sun here. We're using something that can just generate infinite power.
Yeah, so we're
like
kind of
our
like
sun.
hopscotching the
You're like on
the
the line,
step.
kind of.
yeah.
yeah. I don't know. If it was like for a selfish thing, I don't fucking know. Like a car, yeah.
Yeah, you never have to go get a gas station.
Yeah, like that's probably like the
That'd get rid of
May-
so many jobs, but
maybe
it would
some-
make so much room.
maybe something to do with like a house. I'm just thinking like economically, like what is kind of fucking us over. And it's really a car, like cars and houses.
Definitely the one thing that's fucking us over is the power.
Is
Oh,
the
yeah,
is
power
electric
grid,
bill
for
like fucking us up? Like
Not crazy, but it
Yeah.
definitely is.
It's about to go up
Takes
now.
a lot.
yeah.
In today's standard, how long would something need to last in order for you to consider it to basically have perpetual motion, and why?
Infinitely.
So not it's not true perpetual motion, but it's like something that would last so long.
50 years. 50 years is great. 20 years is great. How long do light bulbs last? Like what's the longest
Well,
light bulb?
Well, LEDs I mean they're all over the place, but they're around 60,000 hours, I think.
Which
So
is
it's
It's a long time.
a lot of years.
So I
There's
think
some that
it's
are in
like-
the 100,000.
It's like 2,000 hours. I forget how many.
let's
2,000
look it up.
hours is a year? Or no, that's if you're working 40 hours.
How
My math's
long
bad.
Well-
do LED lights
Jamie, pull it up.
last? Jamie, pull it up.
I just think she's sleeping.
Okay, so LED typically lasts for a very long time, with many lasting 30 to 50,000 hours or more, which translates roughly to 3 to 6 years of continuous use.
Yeah, that
So
means
if you left
constantly
that shit on, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, it's like 100 years. Something that would live longer than me.
So
Yeah,
it says
yeah.
so it says the LED light bulbs last the lifespan is often between shit. It was like 5, 10 to 20 years depending on like
Yeah.
how often it's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
If something could last longer than I am alive, I would basically.
If it lasts longer than one individual lifetime,
Yeah,
I'd say it is.
one life
Yeah,
cycle.
like 50 years. 50 years I think is a good.
So like
50 years is like
a
a little over half.
I'd seen this machine. It's like a gear reduction that you would have to spin, like after like you spin one gear and it will spin this final gear like a billion years later. But you have to create like more power than the universe has to spin that final gear one time.
The fuck.
It's a gear reduction, like so it's like a Google to one or something like that.
Googleplex.
Yeah, and it's like the amount of force it would take to spin the final gear one full rotation is more power than the universe can.
So what, is it
insane.
like a little lever that you like kind of
Yeah, you imagine like
pull or like
yeah,
How much
rotate?
torque?
yeah, you know, like
Yeah,
the
like
fucking crank up, like break down windows.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that. This dude created it. He said, I'll never spin this final gear that I printed because
Yeah,
there's
not
not
even
enough
like
power.
not even one tooth.
so like it's also fit. Is it like physically like you can't even pull like?
Oh yeah, if he grabbed that final gear, he couldn't turn.
He can do the front gear
Yeah.
because
That
that's
won't-
the start of it, but he
Yeah.
could not move the
the final
gear.
he does. It wouldn't move in it. You would break it before you move.
So what? You're supposed to spin like super fast or something like? I don't.
You could never.
confused.
You can never.
You'd
spin it
never
long enough.
reach
You
it.
would die. There's not. Our civilization would be dead.
The way I'm thinking of this, the way this machine's looking is just like a long ass line of cogs, and one end has the lever, and the other end has the last cog. And when you rotate it, I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's either going to be too like hard, like physically hard to rotate it,
Yeah.
or
It's like a
It's
so
A row of like imagine a big like a dining room table,
yeah.
and it's cogs,
Okay.
and then another line of cogs that are connected to that one, and then
Okay.
this, and then this, like that. So it's like a snake
So it's like a snake.
of
It-
cogs.
Okay.
yeah, it works the same way as landing gear does. So you have high range gear.
Yeah.
It lowers and raises the trailer really fast.
Mhm.
But if you got a bunch of weight in there, then it's really hard to turn.
Yeah.
So then you put to low range, which is really slow, but it's faster for you to do.
Yeah.
It takes less effort technically. It's like that. It's just low range, just a very extreme low range. It's really easy to spin on one side, impossible to spin on the other
So it'll
side.
just slowly start to like. Well, probably not. Even
Yeah, where you're
slowly,
you would have to spin the front one,
like a shit ton of
a
like,
Googleplex times
Yeah.
before the back one spins once.
Okay.
An unfathomable amount of times.
Yeah.
Do you think we already have technology that would allow normal everyday items to last a very long time with low energy consumption, and why?
I'm gonna get real fucking tinfoil hat. I seen some shit online where people were saying, like back in the day, companies were making products that would last because everyone wants something that would last. But then they eventually found out that they would like companies would go bankrupt because no one would buy their products because their product just keeps lasting.
Yeah.
So they figured out a way to kind of turn down the lifespan of their product so people would buy the new one or
Yeah.
replace them.
Which makes sense.
So I think we probably do have technology
Yeah,
to
planned
make.
obsolescence.
Yeah, I feel like we do have things that could extend the lifespan, but I don't think there's things that could make it unlimited or forever.
Yeah. Obviously not forever. We already figured out it's impossible because of thermodynamics, but yeah, I think we have the technology to make stuff last a really long time, but because money, we just choose not to. Companies choose not to.
Yeah.
And I think if somebody was to do it that way, they'd probably get killed, for sure.
Or they're just using it behind the scenes, like the government, right? I feel like the military, or the U.S. government would pay people, scientists, to figure out a way. Hey, you make this super efficient and only give us this to it. I guess like make our tanks last longer, or make I don't know. Like I feel like it would be done in that way, and like a private. I don't
It
know.
definitely would.
I don't know if you say that's private, but like in a private sense, where it's like
Like a private.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'd be like that. But
It definitely.
I don't know. Didn't they say that with like printers? Don't printers like die or like get a virus or whatever like intentionally or something like that after like a certain amount of years?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true. I just remember hearing that back, like fucking when I was in school. I don't know if it was ever true, but I mean that makes sense from a business aspect. Like if we need more people to buy our products, we need to have it so where they could keep buying it. But you also don't want to make it so where it's like
where it's
fragile.
obvious.
Yeah, where it's like
Obvious.
obvious. People be like, well, I just don't want to buy this shit because it's gonna break. I'm gonna go ahead with this other printer. Like I need a product that's gonna last me, but break at the right time where I'm like, okay, well, it's getting old anyway.
Yeah, we
It's time
need
for me to upgrade.
OG Craftsman tools.
People say that car makers nowadays have learned how to make their cars last right till
Oh
That's
yeah, for
funny.
sure.
like BMW.
Yeah,
Is it
Mercedes.
is that a new thing too with like newer cars where like everything like the parts stuff like that is very like I'm just gonna fucking be lazy, but like unique to the dealership or like unique to that car company, so where you couldn't just buy it online. Like you have to go to the dealership or whatever to get it fixed and shit like that. Because like
There's
before, back in like the '90s, like you can get a lot of mechanical car parts
yeah,
either cheaper. It is actually cheaper to do it yourself, but now since everything is all
yeah.
electronic and shit like that, you have to
They're
go.
trying to make it that way with
Yeah,
some law. I can't remember. It's like the right to repair thing or right to modify. I think it's right to repair.
But
They're trying
that's
to make
right
that
to repair is so the people
to repair the
repair their
thing.
things, and
yeah.
it's still within.
Yeah,
Like John Deere tractors, if you buy a $500,000 John Deere tractor, you can't-
yeah. Not allowed to
they
touch
have you
Why?
have
it.
to bring it to a dealership because if you work on it and you do something that voids the warranty, and they're like anything, like
Yeah, you breathing on it
you
wrong.
breathe on it wrong, you scratch one screw that could take off a panel, voids the warranty. Like shit like that, and that's so $500,000 tractor fucks up. Quick, try to fix it yourself. Yeah, you have to pay them.
Yep.
I kind of get that where it's like if you like it is your car and I think you should have the right to work on it. But if you do something to fuck up that car, should that also like affect your warranty? Like if I'm let's say I'm changing the oil or whatever. No, I don't want to use that. I'll just use that. Fuck it. If I'm changing the oil or whatever, like changing all the liquids in there and accidentally put too much oil in my shit and my engine fucking pop a head gasket and that's all me. Should that void the warranty or do you think it shouldn't void it? Like should I still be able to go to the dealership and get like
Y-
my warranty worth
I
it?
think if you're still in warranty, I think you should get like a certain percentage
Like at
like
least
taken
somewhat
off.
of a discount.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Toyota had a thing where they snuck it in there. These people. There's a car called the GR Corolla. It's a little Corolla, but it's got this performance
Yeah,
three-cylinder
race engine.
turbo. It had a problem where like it catches on fucking fire because the fuel
The
rail would
fuck?
crack,
Yep.
and
Yeah. And same with the BRZs.
they would void their warranty because they went over 85 miles.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
race car that you're supposed to race on track
Yeah.
and go fucking fast, and they would void the warranty because you went 85.
Yeah. Ford, for the Mustang GTD, they said that it voids the warranty if you compete with it,
Even though
and it's a full blown race car.
yeah,
It's like roll cage and everything.
you can't drive it on the street. It's not street legal. But if you drive it where it can only be driven,
And they won't let you get. So they want you to just have the car, but not like
no, you can have it.
do
But if you
anything.
want us to pay for
Yeah. Yeah. They don't want to. They're just trying to keep as much money for themselves as possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
it,
We're rethinking it. Like I don't know if you work on your car and you have, especially if you paid for the warranty.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my car, I paid for the warranty
yeah,
to get just $100 copay. They'd fix it, whatever. Like you should be able to do whatever. You should be able to fucking run into a fucking building and still get it repaired.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a lot of shit with that. Like computers, like people will try to repair their computer themselves. Like something will happen, the graphics card will go dead or something,
Mhm.
and they'll bring it to a computer place, say they have it under warranty, and they'll tell them to go fuck themselves.
That's
Either
crazy.
pay us or no.
That's crazy.
Crazy. I think people should be allowed to at least attempt, so that way they can see if they're able to do it, and if not, then go somewhere, and then at least get, if you're still in warranty, get a percentage off.
I feel like warranty might be a scam, like insurance.
Yeah.
Like how they're like, oh yeah, like
I think
pay
it
this,
depends.
especially if you pay like unless the warranty comes with it, then I'm like whatever. But it's like if you have to pay extra for the warranty,
There's factory warranties.
Yeah.
Like if you buy, but that's only if you buy a brand new car.
Mariah bought her Toyota brand, and she wanted to pay for it. It's a 10-year or 100,000 mile
Oh yeah, the extended
warranty.
one. Yeah.
But it's $5,000.
well, fuck that, bro. No,
So the car's $35,000,
Yeah, it makes it
and then
40.
makes it 40.
that increases the tax on it too, huh? Yeah, no, suck my dick.
Increase the
Suck
payment.
my dick. That's not happening. The car industry is nasty. Y'all
Dude,
niggas,
dude, it's so
y'all
bad.
niggas hobby
Gross.
is nasty.
Yeah.
Those niggas.
And the thing is when you buy it, like now, you buy a brand new car, if you've never had a car loan, interest rate.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, yeah, they're nuts right now.
that's what happened with me because I was building my line of credit for X amount of years or whatever, and you were there with me the first time I tried to buy a car. And
Yeah,
they're like, oh,
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have any credit.
Yep.
So I got credit, and I had pretty good credit. I had really good credit.
Yeah.
And went to the dealership. They're like, oh yeah, but you haven't bought a car yet. So
Yeah, haven't
like,
had it long enough.
Yeah, you haven't bought a car. You haven't
Haven't
paid
had a
on it.
big enough purchase.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
like, bro, this is fucking bullshit, bro.
That's how Mariah's. She's got like a $5,000 limit on her credit. She's had it for years.
Mhm.
Years. 800 plus score. Years.
Yeah.
And they're like,
doesn't mean shit.
I think she like 7.8 interest.
Doesn't mean shit. What did I tell her? Like, you didn't buy a car?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and 7.8 for someone who's had. I think she's had a
Yep.
credit card since she was 16.
Probably never
And she
missed
was-
a payment.
And she paid it all the time.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
She
like,
used
probably
it all
never
the
missed a
time,
payment.
paid it, never missed a payment.
Dude, that's
And when
wild.
she was 24, so fucking what is that? Like 8 years of credit,
Yeah,
800 plus score, 7%.
yeah. It's predatory.
What are you talking about?
It's like, oh, we know this nigga's gonna pay all her fucking debt. Let's just hit her with the fucking.
I think
They're
mine.
like, oh, you can refinance in a year.
Yeah, I'm like, nah.
But it's even worse now.
Yeah,
That's the
then
problem.
it'll be worse.
yeah,
Yeah, mine on the Mustang is 6 point something,
Dang.
and that's with whatever the fuck my credit score is at the time. I think it was like 780.
Yeah.
And in perfect fucking payment shit. But I've had car payments and stuff. It's just the highest payment I've ever had on a car.
No, I'm terrified of what mine. I go.
why is your shit fucked up?
I mean, no, I've had a credit score for
2 years is
3 years now.
2 years, but they like to see big purchases.
Yeah, and I don't have any big.
Which is stupid because it's like, bro, if I'm paying off my credit, especially if it's like $5,000, and
You could
like,
have a credit score of 500, but if you've owned a house, you'll get better deals than somebody with 800 that's only never had a credit card.
Yeah, mine's
yeah, it's
seven-
that's so backwards to me.
like 720, 740 or
Like,
something like that.
oh, no
somewhere in there.
credit. That was the one thing that they always, no credit's better than or bad credit's better than no credit. I'm like, all right, well, apparently good credit isn't shit either. So
Yeah.
add that to it.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit, bro.
We're not even talking about fucking energy. We're talking
Fuck.
about
I know,
fucking
talking about
money.
Goddamn America.
Fucking
Oh,
scams and shit.
Perpetual motion's a scam.
It will be. It will
Don't
be.
pay the interest rate for the perpetual motion
It
machine.
would. They'd be like, yeah, you have a lifetime warranty. And then when you try to turn it in, they're like, nah, can't do that. You actually pay us money. That's what the warranty said.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Would low consumption, high output energy be used for good or bad, and why? We've kind of already talked about this, but
Low.
what
are we talking?
like graphics cards, right? Like the 5090, the RTX 5090 uses an absolute fuck ton of power, right?
Mhm.
Okay, what if we said it only like it produced the same amount of like output, like it could do 8K fucking 60 FPS or whatever the fuck it's claiming to be right now. No DLSS.
Okay.
And it only uses 20 watts of power.
My ass. My ass. A
Yeah.
fucking goddamn flashlight
Uses
powered
more
with
than
double
that.
A's is more than that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if we had the technology to have something where it's like it uses very little power but has a huge output on it. Do you think that would be used for good or bad to begin with?
Both. To begin with,
I think-
definitely bad.
I think bad too.
I don't know about bad. I think it'll be used
Bad-
for I don't want to say an individual. I would say more of like a group, like organization for their interest, whether that be good or bad, or
Anything that
Not,
involves
like, neutral.
anything that involves profits is bad.
United States
Anything that
military.
involves that you're doing it strictly for your own benefit is bad.
I don't necessarily. I don't agree with that.
We're sending drones over the Middle East. That's what's gonna happen. All that oil. All right. I smell oil. We're coming.
It's mine.
I don't necessarily. I think that statement might not be. I mean, I think maybe for the most part it's true, but I don't think it's entirely.
In today's day and age, right? You got companies making fucking billions and not giving a fucking dime to even their workers.
Yeah.
That's
that
bad.
is true. That is true, and it is bad. But I'm not even gonna say like there are a lot of companies that are doing that, but there are companies that are doing the opposite. Where actually paying their employees.
AMD.
You know
AMD's doing the right thing.
Costco.
I don't fucking know about Costco.
Oh yeah, Costco's doing good.
Costco's pretty good. That's what I've heard.
Chuck E. Cheese. I'm joking. No. But I mean, like, so like I don't know. It's not all the time. It probably is the majority.
Listen,
I think
look at
it is
EA.
the majority. EA is trash.
You got EA, Intel,
And this is
Microtransactions.
to like maximize profit.
starting to be fucking Nvidia.
Gotta
They're
buy,
getting fucking wacky, dude.
gotta buy a gold pack to get into your office.
But I mean, there's like a fine line between like you could still try to maximize profit, but you could still like you could still make a shit ton of money and still pay your employees and treat them well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I could make more money if I paid them less.
You
Yeah,
could make
if
more,
you
but
wanna
you're
line your
already
pocket.
making a shit ton of
You-
money. And you probably would make more money in the long run treating your employees better, keeping the talent, having people that are talented wanting to come over because you treat people so well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
instead of just being like, nah, you're just a
The
number.
problem
to me
is they
on
don't
this
think about it like that. They
I
only
think-
think about it as money.
I think Microsoft. I think Microsoft treats their employees pretty well.
They do.
Or
They
like
do.
some like
Yeah.
I was
Them
hearing,
and Google.
Like I was hearing like their employees have like their own chefs in their own fucking buildings they can go to. Like they kind of want to keep you in the building so you could stay working. But
They got to give the illusion that they're doing good, you know?
I was just like you didn't.
Activision, on the other hand, nah, those guys are straight scumbags, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like the majority of companies probably like that because even the guy at mine, he got like some award like businessman of
2025.
Yeah.
of 2024, like in Portland.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about this. I'm like, he
Yeah,
just looks like
dude.
me but bald. I'm like, I have no idea.
Smiles.
I get a birthday card from him every year. Nice. His fucking assistant.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't do a damn thing.
Any email
dude.
we get from him, I don't think it's ever handwritten.
What is
by
he?
him.
Wait, what is he? He's a what?
He's a CEO.
Oh, he's a CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a CEO.
He might not want to be a CEO anymore.
Yeah, bro.
He's getting killed.
I've walked behind that guy.
He probably denied
Man.
people's healthcare. No, that's fucked up.
My dude.
That's fucked up.
Oh, one of our nurses had just started. Sorry, I'm gonna fucking go off here on the rail. Just started. We were doing this like walk, and he walks up to the guy. What department do you work in? He goes, "Oh, I'm the CEO." It was him. We all just started laughing. We're all like, "No, you just went up to the guy. His face is fucking everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
You see it in emails. You see it on our little thing. You see it all the fucking.
yeah. See it on the news.
Nah, you wouldn't see it.
Not yet.
Right.
That's fucked
Hey! Don't talk about that with me here. Okay,
Oh, shit.
throw that fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In today's day and age, people are so selfish that I think it would be used for bad to begin with, right off the rip.
Yeah. I think it'll be used for personal gain, but I think before it's open to the public, I think it'll be used for personal like uses or like personal research. And when I say personal, I mean like an organization, like the
Yeah,
government,
yeah.
NASA, fucking
Also the
Tesla,
government.
whatever.
Yeah.
SpaceX or whatever. And then once they've had it for like a decade or whatever, they're like, okay, let's try to see if we could make profit with the public from this.
I know
Yeah, once
Oh,
they use
they would find a way.
true. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. Jamie had me ask this. I might have to reword it so it makes sense to you guys. But what would be the worst item or system to give perpetual motion to?
Dude, there'd be gooners stuck in it.
Oh shit. She said bombs, but I was not giving that as an answer.
What?
Yeah, like the manufacturing of bombs.
Just put a bomb, so you just put a jet on it and it just runs forever. It can
Yeah.
just
It blows up and just blows up infinitely.
no.
That's the exact thing I told her. I was like, you can make a bomb that's the size of a grape and it would literally kill the entire universe. It would just exploding, infinitely go.
That's great. I was thinking about like the jet propelling the bomb.
Yeah, that's different. It's different than the
To
actual
be
bomb
honest, I was
itself.
actually what my initial thought was like a bomb, and it blows up and it just destroys itself. So I was like, it's kind of
No, yeah, no.
It's kinda pointless.
It
It's
would-
kind of pointless.
It would have an infinite energy like explosion.
Or what if it's just like a
It's just like a
what-
sun.
Yeah.
Or what if it's just like a device where it could just like create its own explosion, like however big or however small, and just,
Huh.
you could just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Like
That'd be
let's set off
crazy.
3 atomic bombs right now. Boom, 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 boom. Like okay, set off a nuke. Boom. Like you can just That would be terrible. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that would be terrible.
I don't even think I even thought about this question because I was just so baffled by her saying bombs.
Do a
Made the
gun,
phones.
but I don't know.
Who would the lithium?
You think?
I was thinking kind of like I guess robots would be a bad one. I
Oh
think it would be
shit!
bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they would
Especially if we're
they'd just
trying to-
take over.
Enter like an AI thing or whatever, and like
Can you imagine an EMP doesn't work on the
No.
fucking robots, dude? They just stay going.
Fuck my head.
like, what the fuck? Like that would be probably like if it's not a bomb, I guess. Like like a robot that's like sentient though. I don't know. It's kind of fucked up because if it's sentient, then it's like, is it living? Like
I mean,
does it have rights?
at that point, there would definitely be a living thing if it had perpetual. If it was powered infinitely.
Yeah,
then
because
it
we're
would-
not powering it anymore. We're not giving it power.
it would technically just be a person because
Would
True.
it be? Or would it be something like a cell kind of where it's like
the mitochondria power.
exactly.
It would definitely be a mitochondria, but it wouldn't
True.
need anything to eat. Machine.
Yeah, it would not need.
It wouldn't
like
need
an
to eat. Like
exo.
we need to eat.
But at what point though? Because I mean, depending on how smart it is. Because if it's not smart, if it's just a robot that's like
The fucking-
built to fucking like make coffee, but it's just ran infinitely.
Man,
one day
Starbucks
it just
would be
switches
making
to
bank.
esophagus, starts grabbing throats
starts
and ripping
grabbing
them out,
throats.
fucking putting them
Here's
right
your
in the
coffee.
machine. Exactly.
Throws the coffee at
Fucking makes a cappuccino right in someone's eye socket.
him.
Yeah, robots. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
They put that shit in submarines so fast.
Oh yeah. Submarine.
Sheesh.
Sub-
War would go crazy.
Do you think they would make the submarines unmanned though? That way it never had to come up.
For
It would just
sure.
be down forever.
For
I'm
sure.
surprised that hasn't been a thing with like drones and shit. Like why not just make
They've
like
been
a-
working on it.
Yeah.
They've
a piece
been
of that,
working
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Cat over here knocked over the microphone and stuff.
underground or underwater submarine, unmanned
Yeah.
submarine or unmanned underwater drone. Like
Yeah,
that
I know
makes
they've
sense.
been working on it because they're trying to use the technology from the Predator.
The
which
movie.
is- no, like a
like
a
Man with dread.
I was like, were you trying to
Jalen?
make shit go invisible and shit?
like a UAV, an unmanned aerial vehicle, but with being underwater. I know they're trying to use the technology from that, but they're having problems with I think the signal is what they keep having problems with.
Yeah.
It's just not able to receive it very well that far underwater. I should say they can move it on the surface, but once you start getting,
well, they just have like
way
a
deep
fucking
down.
antenna that just shoots all the way up. It's like really
and then that
small.
defeats the purposes of being under.
No, because who's gonna look for an antenna? They're like, what the fuck? Was there an antenna? You
They
see that?
run into it.
Bend it.
Fucking don't even know.
Some fucking whale comes. What the fuck is that?
Fish fucking hits it.
All those radio waves in the water just killing all the fish and shit.
You just see a fucking humpback. Look, right, stop.
Yeah, but yeah, we got him. Followed that fish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looking
wow.
right to our base, and then the fucking base blows up. Oh, you see a missile coming from the fucking water. You're like, what the fuck?
Other than that, I don't have a lot more on perpetual motion. It was really hard to think of a lot of questions.
For the people that just hear the first part of the intro, you can't do it because the fucking laws of thermodynamics.
Yeah,
Those
yeah, we already
thermodynamics
answered it. That's
are
it. That
so
should have been
cool.
the
We
episode.
probably should have started. And that one guy's. These fat bastards.
Fat fucks.
They don't know the laws of thermodynamics.
Oh shoot,
Oh shit.
that was a good one.
I don't know the fuck guy, guys. That shit is funny as hell.
I don't know if he's a bot.
He sound like a bot.
He
He
did.
just sound
I was
like
like,
he either sound like someone who like has it out for us, like who just like was like, bro, fuck, we should subscribe to Jonas's YouTube. He's like, I can't wait for the day this dude uploads a video.
What if it's the Battlefield guy? He's been waiting.
He's been waiting. He has his shit on fucking notifications, like the bell.
They posted.
They posted.
He has one device just for Jonas notifications.
Oh shit.
He just hears that bell and it's like fucking sleeper cell. Just fucking spits right up like an
He's like, I've been waiting for this day.
It's like, I'm ready.
It's been 7 years.
He said, actually.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Perpetual motion. That's not how the laws of
Thermodynamics
thermodynamics work.
He said entropy doesn't allow that.
Read a
excuse
book,
me.
you fat fuck. All right, dog.
Fuck, I'm not even fat, man.
Just wait
Calm
until I
down.
find out you're black.
All right.
Oh
He
shit.
didn't say anything about skin color, though. That was funny.
That was-
he kept out of that.
He
He's like-
said they're
like, "You fat
cartoons.
fuck."
They're cartoons and fat. But I won't say anything.
I think he thinks that just because we chose round characters. Or I
No,
made
but-
them round.
I didn't have a choice. I just came here and it was like that. I said it was fine.
Yeah.
I think it fits. That's what we're going for.
Hating on the cartoons.
Hey, man,
Jeez.
it's not my art. That's all I got to
It's
say.
not my. I didn't make it.
I'm not
Yeah.
the artist.
You just
For
made
the
an artist
memes.
kill herself.
I don't know, right?
Michael.
Good thing she doesn't
I
watch
don't
this.
know.
I think that's his name.
Fuck you, Michael. I liked your comment.
So did I.
That's hilarious.
Just to really piss you off some more.
Probably didn't work. It's fine.
Oh, he's probably like, yeah, people are agreeing with me.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, fuck these guys.
He's like, I really
I
made
was
an
right.
impact. I really made an impact on my community.
Yeah, but it literally shows that I, the creator, fucking like it.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
23 views and going down, sir. My
Oh,
God.
shit.
That's
Any advice for today? Any life advice? What,
yeah. Harassment. Online bullying.
Don't bully online. If you find bullying, report it.
Oh yeah.
Go see
opposite.
counseling and therapy for online harassment or talk
Yeah.
to someone.
Yeah, learn
If
to
you
have
know a guy
friends.
named Michael, give him a hug. Maybe he's just mad.
Yeah.
You know,
Upset.
one of my uncles said there's a theory he has. He says every villain probably just needed a hug when they're younger.
True.
And you know who just needed to get into that art school.
Well, apparently, like Hitler's dad, like fucking beat him or some shit. You know, like never hugged that nigga.
And then he got gassed in the goddamn fucking.
Oh shit.
And you know what I always thought too, like when Hitler killed himself, who was like that last Nazi who's like, I'm still fighting, like fuck this shit.
The ones that went to Brazil or Argentina.
I know, right? Like
Oh my
they
god.
got word that the war was over. Like what? The war's never over, and they just keep fucking.
He said maybe if I
fighting.
work hard enough, I'll become the next Hitler.
Yeah, so look at
Started
this dude,
shaving the
this fucking
mustache.
clown. I think about that too, like the Civil War. Like the Civil War ended, and literally, like no one like got hung or whatever. So it was like when the Civil War ended, who was like, nah, fuck that. We're still gonna have slavery. Like the war's still on.
I mean, Jim knew about it. You know,
Jim knew
Jim
about it.
definitely kept fighting.
Jimmy,
Fucking Jim Crow.
Jim-
Jimmy
Jim
Neutron.
Crow, dude.
Jim Crow.
How dare you use my sink, boy?
That shit's funny.
God.
Well, guys, don't harass people online. It's not good unless it's for memes. Unless you guys are both agree to shit on each other, talk shit to each other.
Yeah,
That's
which
okay.
which is really good to get some traction online. You know,
Yeah,
you guys are two creators. Start a fake artificial beef.
yeah. People love beef.
The algorithm, the YouTube algorithm loves that.
Everyone
shit.
loves.
Say you'll box each other.
So you miss the old kind.
hmm
Anyways, thanks for listening or watching if you're one of those people. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Doses.
Bye.